Kit Green is set to uncover a troubling situation on Coronation Street when he finds his biological son, Brody, alone and in distress. Kit began to suspect a familial link to Brody a few weeks earlier after an offhand remark from Lou. When he confronted her, Lou dismissed the idea, firmly insisting that Mick was Brody's father. Lou's reaction stemmed mostly from fear. She knew all too well what Mick was capable of. After Kit hinted to Mick that Lou might not be entirely faithful, Mick flew into a violent rage, a spiral that tragically led to Craig losing his life. In future episodes, Sarah extends an invitation to Kit for the Platt family barbecue. Kit declines, feeling unable to socialize with Sarah's family amidst all the chaos in his life. Later, after urging Lou to agree to a DNA test, Kit catches Brody trying to swipe bottles of wine from a delivery truck. He intervenes just in time, preventing the theft and sending Brody away. Later on, Kit, Sarah, and Bernie come across Brody injured and lying in an alleyway, a shattered whiskey bottle nearby. Kit's challenges don't end there. As the week unfolds, he's tasked with writing a speech for Craig's upcoming memorial service. When the day arrives, Sarah notices that Kit left the flat unusually early that morning. As the memorial begins, both Bernie and Lisa become increasingly uneasy over Kit's absence. With no sign of him, Lisa is left to take over the speech, but where has Kit gone? Coronation Street fans slam dreadful exit for Eileen Grimshaw after 25 years. It was a heartfelt evening on Coronation Street as Eileen Grimshaw said farewell to Weatherfield after 25 memorable years, though some viewers felt her send-off could have been stronger. An era came to a close tonight on the Cobbles as Eileen departed the street she'd called home for a quarter of a century. Actress Sue Cleaver first appeared on the ITV soap back in 2000, arriving at number 11 with her on-screen sons, Jason and Todd Grimshaw. Yet not everyone was satisfied with the way her final scenes played out. Eileen quickly earned her place as a beloved character, with Cleaver winning multiple awards for her performance. Her iconic rivalry with Gail Platt remains one of the soap's most memorable storylines. Now, after 25 years on the street, Eileen bids farewell to Weatherfield and sets off on a new adventure in Thailand. Eileen's farewell followed a challenging chapter in her life, as she had been under suspicion in connection with her sister Julie's heartbreaking death. In this evening's episode, police officially cleared Eileen of any involvement, bringing an end to the distressing ordeal. With the cloud finally lifted, she made the bold decision to relocate to Thailand and invest in her son Jason's bar. This wasn't the only major shift for Eileen. She also brought her relationship with George to a close, confessing that her feelings for him were purely platonic. So, was Eileen's departure everything it should have been? Cast your vote in our poll below. If it's not visible, refresh the page. As a heartfelt tribute, Tim Metcalf and his fellow cab drivers lined up their taxis along the street, sounding their horns and giving Eileen a warm send-off as she waved goodbye from the car. While many found the moment touching, some longtime fans were left disappointed, feeling the exit lacked the impact befitting such a beloved character. One viewer remarked, "This will go down in history as one of the most drawn-out exits ever," while another added, "This is a dreadful final episode for such a long-standing character." Wow, that farewell wasn't exactly thrilling, one viewer posted on X, formerly Twitter, while another echoed the sentiment. Honestly, Eileen's exit storyline is incredibly dull. Still, not everyone felt let down. Some fans jumped online to share their appreciation. "Today's Corrie had me crying happy tears. What a beautiful farewell for such a legendary character," one fan wrote. Another added, "The way all the taxis lined the street to see Eileen off, that was such a thoughtful moment." Actress Sue Cleaver had nothing but praise for how her departure was handled. Reflecting on the final scenes, she shared on Kelvin and Liz Fletcher's Off-Script podcast, "When I read the script and then saw it come to life, I got so emotional. It was the perfect ending, exactly what I hoped for." Coronation Street continues to air on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 p.m. on ITV1 and ITVX. Coronation Street reveals a surprise pregnancy as Todd's story continues. Coronation Street has unveiled an unexpected twist in Todd Grimshaw and Theo Silverton's storyline, revealing a surprise pregnancy. Since Theo's arrival in Weatherfield back in March, he and Todd have formed a meaningful connection. However, their path to romance has been far from smooth, largely due to Theo's complicated personal life and his struggles with living openly. Although their bond has strengthened over time, Theo has remained hesitant to go public with their relationship, especially after the sudden reappearance of his estranged wife, Danielle, and their daughter, Millie, which added further strain. Following the breakdown of his marriage, Theo gradually began to feel more at ease with Todd. But the couple faced another unexpected twist earlier this week when Millie showed up at the Grimshaw home. While Theo encouraged her to return to Danielle, Millie pleaded with the pair to let her stay. In upcoming scenes airing on Monday, 9th of June, Theo rushes off to confront an irate Danielle about the unexpected news, leaving a frustrated Todd to look after Millie at the Grimshaw residence. As time passes, Todd happens to overhear Millie speaking on the phone. When he questions her, she snaps back, accusing him of listening in. Todd quickly reminds her that she's in his home, and judging by her tone, something serious is clearly going on. Eventually, Millie breaks down and begs Todd not to tell her parents what he's overheard. Confiding in him, she reveals that she's pregnant, catching Todd completely off guard. Now faced with a major dilemma, Todd must decide. Will he keep Millie's secret, and how will this revelation affect his growing relationship with Theo? As time passes, Todd catches Millie speaking on the phone and, sensing tension, listens in. When she realizes Millie accuses him of eavesdropping, Todd calmly reminds her that she's in his house and points out that the call sounded serious. Something is clearly bothering her. After urging Todd to keep what he heard between them, an anxious Millie confides in him. She's pregnant. The revelation leaves Todd completely stunned. Now he faces a difficult choice. Can he keep this from Theo and Danielle? And how might this secret impact his already fragile relationship with Theo? The bombshell comes at an emotional time for Todd, who is still adjusting to the absence of his mother, Eileen. She recently left Weatherfield behind for a new life in Thailand, accompanied by his brother Jason. Eileen's departure also meant the end of her relationship with George Shuttleworth, closing out actress Sue Cleaver's 25-year run on the long-running ITV soap. The actress previously shared that she felt ready to try something new. With secrets piling up and relationships on the brink, Todd finds himself at a crossroads. Will he protect Millie's secret, or will the truth eventually come to light? And what will this shocking revelation mean for his future with Theo? As Coronation Street continues to unravel these twists, one thing is certain: nothing is ever simple in Weatherfield. Coronation Street airs Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 p.m. on ITV1 and is available to stream on ITVX.